you were to redesign a company's, because I think it's one of those things, right? So when we encourage our founders and teams to let's streamline your communication, let's create some sort of funnel to this, let's evaluate your sales call. Same applies to us, don't we? So we sometimes when we have to answer those questions from our lens, it's much harder to answer those questions if you're sort of internally also. Let's say I flip because I just you do encourage your companies, portfolio companies, to do that narrative fix. If you were in a similar position when it comes to narrative, not fixing, but let's say redesign a company narrative, what would be your first sort of point of contact when it comes to that change slash yeah.
I think the biggest deficit in any story of a deep tech company is center of gravity. What is that one thing that the company stands for?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And I mean, simplest example I can give is from the age-old comic book character. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Superman.
Yeah.
Right. So what is the company simply?
Yeah.
Not to scientists, not to engineers,
Right.
to everybody.
Yeah. A simple sentence.
I mean, simple sentence, simple explanation.
Yeah.
I'm talking it very, simply, but I think, it has to unpack, like we said, for every intended audience. For the regulator, what does this mean?
Yeah.
What are the precedents? What are challenges? What are the risks? What will it solve? Is it diagnostic? Is it not? Is it companion? Whatever you have, me. Who are your first users? What should they test for a pilot / POC? What should they expect as outcome? What does that mean? How will it convert to a revenue thing?
Yeah.
How will you scale? Why will you scale?
Yeah.
All of that is part of that
Center of
narrative.
gravity. Yeah.
And that center of gravity lends to all of that.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think the company starts with that, and then the technology is built around it, and not the opposite way around.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to have a discipline about the clarity of purpose
Yeah,
that people can see.
yeah. And I think when you have like a 10-year cycle of like research and development, it needs to harder to like remember this center of gravity. I've noticed compared to like companies that get their product out there a bit faster, you forget it like a bit less. But for deep tech companies, it's risky. Yeah.
But it'll change in my view, right? Because see, I mean, to me, a 10-year R&D cycle is a cop out. Is an escape saying that, look, we're scientists, we're engineers. The point is, you're not pure researchers. You're not academia.
Yeah.
You're building a company. You're building a product that people will buy.
Yeah.
So if you don't want the next parallel / inferior existing company to win because they have a better narrative and story and whatnot, or because their tech is more understandable, usable, etc., then you have to do this properly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, technology readiness level has, as defined by NASA, 0 to 9. Right? By the time you're at 6, 7, 8, you're, moving towards commercialization, in some time. You have to be ready for people to understand what you're building, for you to be able to make that sale, for you to be able to convince someone to do a pilot, without a lot of friction.
Yeah.
So it has to start.